So why is he so angry with India buying oil from Russia? Not so much with China.
Look, he hasn't yet come to China. He's made a few steps. He's taken a few steps. The flurry of tariffs, backtracking.
It's losing out to China in the trade war if he does it, right?
But he hasn't yet opened the China file in the seriousness with which I think he has plans. He has shown his hand a little bit in the first 6-7 months, backed off. But I think he will come to China. China knows it. It's a matter of time.
Okay.
And so it could go either way. It could go either in the way of a much more fierce degeneration of the US-China relationship, or it could go into a big, huge deal between the Americans and the Chinese.
What works for us? If those two giants fight among each other and he takes his eyes off us, isn't that an ideal thing?
I don't think it works that way, because as we are now discovering, India is going to get hooked up and caught in any kind of crossfire between any of the big powers, whether it's Russia, China, America. We cannot, put our head under the sand and say we're not going to be hit or we're not going to be affected. I think it's a moving system. We have to just be prepared for these dynamic shifts. So on China, that's what I would say is something that we have yet to come to that relationship. Right now, I think he's focused on Russia. Earlier, he was focused on the West Asia, the Iran-Israel issue. But China, he will come to. I think let's wait and watch. So and on the other question that you asked, about why tariffs on India, we can discuss that.
Sure.
That's a bigger question.
Yes.
Deserving of some.
Please go ahead. Yes.
So I think there's more to it than meets the eye. It's not just a Russia oil issue, because logically it doesn't really make much sense, considering that India has been importing this oil for the last 3 years, 3+ years. So for someone to just wake up one day and say, oh my God, you're importing
fueling
oil.
The war machine.
Fueling the war machine. And I've written about it, and look, if you want to be objective and truthful and honest, India is not fueling any war machine. The monetization of Russia's oil and gas wealth was not done by India. For the last 75 years, we have not imported any oil from Russia. Can you imagine? Our imports have been basically from the Gulf. When the going was good, it was from Iran, from the Saudis, from the UAE, Kuwait, etc. But never from Russia, despite the best of relations we had with Russia. Now, everyone used to ask, why are we not importing from Russia? There were other reasons for that. Our imports have begun only in the last 3 years. So who has actually built up the Russian energy empire? Who has built up Rosneft, Gazprom, all these, these huge state within a state? It's the Europeans. So today, to us to be told that no, you are fueling the machine is not true. I mean, to be polite.
Yeah, the gas and oil went to Europe.
They went to Europe, and it was hundreds of billions of dollars which was being exported, and they built up that whole Russian. So that's why I'm saying there's more to it than meets the eye. It's not exactly as if, firstly, I contest the proposition that we are fueling the machine. Secondly, even the fact that if I bring it down to zero tomorrow, the machine will collapse, or that it will have some debilitating impact on Russia. I don't think it's going to happen. In any case, the imports have varied, have fluctuated, have gone down sometimes, gone up sometimes. So that's the second part of the thing. The third part is, I think, we discussed a little bit, is it part of his Russia strategy to put some mental pressure on Putin? Is it part of other unhappiness which he seems to have developed with India over some actions? We can discuss those. So it is being used as a stick, a convenient stick, to kind of wrap India on the knuckles, which may not have anything much to do with the oil and Russia and so on.
Then
but
what?
just
It's
as a
that
pressure
we
point.
didn't give him the joy of saying that he negotiated the ceasefire. Is it that personal?
It could be. It could be. It could be. Also, I would say he was probably worried that the Pakistani whole episode which we had with them in May kind of disrupted his plans and didn't fit into his agenda for the world. And it was like a distraction, unnecessary distraction for him. So it could be that. It could be the personal angle. Because the difference between what he said personally, not his administration, and what the Indian government, the joint secretary said from the Indian side. And
Randhir sir, please watch.
and, and of late, of course, the Prime Minister himself told President Putin directly in June from Canada, was actually quite evident, the difference of approaches. So I think all of that has contributed.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा।
The issue is टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है कि संविधान खतरे में है।
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल दो?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब।
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप।
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI, it does not lie.